Bearcats fans, what is going on? This is Neil Meyer with the Front Office News, and I am giving you the daily recap of the Bearcats' 82-77 loss here at Cintas Center, where the Bearcats fell just short to Crosstown Rival Xavier here in the Crosstown Shootout. Man, was this a game to start from start to finish. Let's start about the start. The Bearcats started off slow. They trailed 41-27 at halftime, but immediately turned it around in the second half, following a big second half from guards David DeJulius and a big second half from Victor Locken. Turn around to the second half after the game was over. David DeJulius and David DeJulius and Odiaguama said that Kenyon Martin came into the locker room at halftime and really lit a fire under them as they were trying to will this one back into realm, as they were looking to get their first win versus Xavier since 2018. But man, the second half was crazy. The Bearcats outscored the Musketeers 53-39 behind 17 second half points from guard David DeJulius. But it came down to the final buzzer. Last three possessions were crazy to say the least. David DeJulius comes down, hits a big three to make this a 76-73 ball game. But with 11 seconds left, the Bearcats get a stop on the defensive end. They come down. David DeJulius tries to get a foul from behind the three-point line, and he miraculously throws one up and banks it in to make this a 4-point play and tie this game up at 77 with 11 seconds left. But the Musketeers prevailed as Sully Boom would get a wide-open layup after a high ball screen from Jack Nungy that came down to make this a 79-77 game. But the Bearcats would have 1.4 seconds to make it down the court, 94 feet, so they would have roughly a catch and shoot from about 75 feet out. But Wes Miller ultimately knew the strategic game planning that if he called a timeout without having any left, it would give the Musketeers he would pick up a technical foul and would allow the Musketeers to shoot a free throw, and the Bearcats would have a better opportunity to get the ball inside and design a play where they would be able to get a good look to maybe tie this game or send it into overtime. But ultimately, the technical foul was called. Sully Boom makes this an 80-77 game, and the Bearcats were not able to get a shot off at the end, and ultimately they fell short to Xavier for the fourth straight season. However, the Bearcats were led by David DeJulius, who finished with a game-high 22 points, and 17 of those came in the second half. But let's talk about Big Vic's performance today. He finished with 16 points, 8 rebounds. The big man was contagious on all aspects of the floor. I mean, we saw it on the offensive end. We saw it on the defensive end. He had a huge block down here in the corner there in the late second half that really sparked that late 12-1 run, I believe it was, late in the second half there towards the end. However, the Bearcats held the Musketeers scoreless the final 4 minutes of this one, but ultimately they would fall short behind a dominant performance from Sully Boom, who finished with 21 points. Jack Nungy finished with 18 points as well for the Musketeers, but overall the Musketeers were just too strong for the Cincinnati Bearcats today. But the Bearcats have a quick turnaround ahead of them as they will welcome back another in-state foe to Fifth Third Arena this Wednesday when they welcome in Miami of Ohio. And Miami of Ohio has a familiar face now that we're talking about the Crosstown Rival, as they are coached by former Xavier head coach Travis Steele. But overall, the Bearcats prevailed late. They overcame a lot of things today, and this is what a Crosstown shootout is supposed to be like. This environment here at Fifth Third Arena today was phenomenal. The fans really brought the energy, but overall, you saw the alumni back in the building. You saw the energy that was going on here, but ultimately the Bearcats fell short. But they will be back in action this Wednesday night here at Fifth Third Arena at 7 p.m. versus Miami, as they will look to improve to 7-4 on the season. I'm Neil Meyer with the Front Office News, and we are signing out.